Okay, this song is wrote a couple of years ago called Side on Love. Side on Love. People say, live your way, don't bother with my life. Keep your strays in their place, do you think that's gonna work out right? Side on love this time, side on love once more. Side on love this time, open up the door. Preachers say men fall away, preacher falls sometime. Pastor said all are dead, pastor told a lie. Side on love this time, side on love once more. Side on love this time, open up the door. Open up the door. Open up the door. Where's the grace in your old age? Have you lost it without a fight? Where's your rage at this place? Kept silent at the most important time. Side on love this time, side on love once more. Side on love this time, open up the door. Side on love this time, side on love once more. Side on love this time, open up the door. Open up the door. Open up the door.
Hello, welcome back to this edition of Minstrels on the Block with special guest Mr. Basil Fitzpatrick, who has duked it out in the big league arenas. Now, you got your RMS records, and you mentioned that the rigmarole that was involved in that, and that you want to make records. So, go on about that.
Well, right now, E1 Entertainment, which is $1 billion company, is using my name. They have over 400 catalogs of Artemis records. Wow. I've written to the Federal Trade Commission to try to get them to stop. They just keep doing. I've written to the president of the company to try to get this to stop from infringing, from keep using my name, putting that reverse confusion out there. So that's an aside to whatever else we're doing. Like I said before, these guys make no records. Yeah. They don't write any songs. They're not performers. They don't make any videos. They just are content with stealing other people's intellectual property rights. So, putting all that aside, it did hamper us a little bit from making records, from making videos, because we had to deal with this, and we're still dealing with it. Yeah. But the thing we're working on now, and we continue to work on, is we want to make records. Right. We want to make videos. We want to make music movies. We want to make DVDs, documentaries, the stuff that we're doing all along. Right. We want to continue to do, and that's what we're trying to do.
And you know what? He is going to.
Thanks, Brian.
Lots of things pop up, especially in the large arenas of the big business of music, which it is. And this is a perfect example of some of the things that people hope doesn't happen. But he will get back to making stuff. And
awesome.
And what is your inspiration for making a film?
Well, I just spoke to you the other night about a film that I want to do. Of course, I want to do basically a rock film in this town. I was talking to you about doing it in Phoenix City because I kind of like the location. I have a friend that has a little place and a stage and has a restaurant, and I also like showcasing the music that's around here because it's American music, it's contemporary American music, it's stuff that you're not going to see unless Artemis Records puts it on the website, unless you put it on Minstrels on the Block, unless it's on Block Party, unless it's on East Alabama TV, unless we promote it, unless it's coming out there. But those are the grassroots music that's the real music of America. It's not the packaged stuff. And you know how many artists we have in town.
Oh, tons.
You know? And it's all original music. So I definitely am looking to make that movie, as I talked to you earlier, to have different artists in the movie showing their struggle, showing what they want to do. And really, when you get the true person putting out their music, that creative force, like what you do and what you do for other people, recording them, producing them, helping them to further their career, even on this show, that's exactly what Artemis Records wants to do for everybody. We don't want to sign you. We want to work with the artist so the artist can develop. We don't want to own your material. We just want to give you a platform so you can put your material out there, so your voice can be heard. And that's what a record company should be. And that's what you're doing here on this program, Brian.
We definitely want to get as many people out there as possible. And for the indie underground artists, I love the very notion of underground music. Just for me just rings like it's beautiful. And we definitely want to get as much underground above ground as possible. So tell me what you think of the local music scene here in the Valley area.
I've always liked the local music scene here. The thing is, because you have Fort Benning, because you have the Army base, and you have Phoenix City, you get a cross-section of everybody coming here, even the artists that live here. I remember when at the Loft in 1994, we would have soldiers all the time come in and play their music, but they were from Illinois or California or wherever. So I think there's a great diversity, but I also think there's something intrinsically pure and unadulterated about this music scene that hasn't been tainted by outside factors, let's say. They do it because they love doing it. You do it because you're a songwriter. You do it because you have something to say. So do most of the artists down here.
Exactly.
And that unique take on it is something that I would like to not only put in a movie, but do Artemis Records Presents. I have other ideas that I'd like to get out there. But of course, you know, between fighting legal battles and stopping infringement, you know, you move slowly. But those are the things that I really want to do. I like the music scene, and it's really documenting music that otherwise would not be would not be heard. Do you know, in the 30s, the Library of Congress went around the country and they documented music like Lead Belly and the Crossroads guy, Robert Johnson, and Woody Guthrie. And the Library of Congress went around and they got them in San Antonio, Texas, and they got them all together and they recorded them for posterity's sake, just that they wouldn't lose these kind of artists, you see? And that's what's going on here also. To be able to record these artists, to be able to listen to them. Your show is doing that. Your show is putting these artists out, giving them a platform to hear their songs and to say what they have to say. And this is the purest form of artistic expression. Before they get it in Hollywood, before they get it in New York or wherever. And that to me is exciting. It's always new. It's always fresh. And there's always so many people coming through. But the people I've met here, including yourself, and the talent that we have, I think it's unsurpassed in any part of the nation, any part of the country.
What would you say to, like, there's probably people sitting on their couch, maybe with a guitar in their lap, who want to play music and maybe they haven't quite got to that point yet? They haven't got to the point of coming out playing. Maybe they're unsure. What would you say, either advice or encouragement to an aspiring artist?
Don't wait. Don't wait. Go now. If you have a song, if you have a couple of songs, if you're thinking about writing a song, go to an open mic and check it out. Go to an open mic and see what goes on. An open mic is a place for you to grow. An open mic is a place for you to meet other musicians, to also see what's out there. And if you don't go in the water, if you don't do that, it's just going to kind of slow your progress. So I say go out to every open mic you can go to. Go to Soho, go to the Del Ranch, go to the Fountain City Cafe, go to the Loft, go to wherever there is. And let's say you're not ready to go and perform. Go and watch. Go and look. See what other artists are doing. And remember, at least I think from my time doing it, simple is better. It doesn't take a lot of talking. It doesn't take a lot of, if you have something to say, it will come out sooner or later. It's when you're ready. It's when you're ready. But you got to go out and take a look at these great musicians that are in the Columbus, Phoenix City area.
And there's no better group of musicians than the ones in this area, because they will encourage you. And in cases like with me, chances are we'll let you play with us. So that's what it's all about, baby. But definitely come out. What he said is good advice. Well, Basil, it's been a pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you so much, Brian.
Basil Fitzpatrick, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Brian Mallard. This is Minstrels on the Block. Hope you've gotten a lot out of this episode and enjoyed it thoroughly, and we hope to see you next time.